Happy Monday, welcome back to Drinking by Myself. My name is Emma and I'm going to finally finish off Book Trail. This board is in shambles and so am I. I am missing some of the gems, I'm missing quite a lot of the writing. I moved house as I mentioned in my last video and a lot of it rubbed off, but I haven't yet unpacked the pens so I can't fix it. So you know what, this is just what it looks like now and I have even fewer gems on the board than I did at the end of the last month. But you know what? I wasn't going to win anyway, so it doesn't matter. Book Trail is a game that I played throughout 2021, started fairly successfully with it, and then slowly lost the plot entirely, and so I'm not going to be doing it again in 2022 because it didn't work, and I forgot to try every month. So I will bring something back at some point because I do like having a little game on the go, but this one we are finishing off. We are closing the door on 2021 Book Trail. But we might as well see how many points, if any, I did get in the final months of the year. So the idea behind Book Trail was basically to help me to keep track of how much I was sticking to the various little reading challenges I'd set myself at the start of the year. One of those is balancing the books. That's my longest running challenge, to try and keep my books balanced every month, to not haul more books than I read in a month. And I failed at that again. In December, I actually hauled 8 more books than I read, which means I have to lose 8 gems from this board. Look at this backwards progress. At some point we had got onto the final row. I was on track to win this thing. What happened to me? Another challenge I had set myself was to do Buzzwordathon, which is a challenge that was invented by Books and Lala, and every month she set a different buzzword, and it's just like a fun game. How many books can you read that have that buzzword in the title? Every single month I forgot that I was doing it, and so it would just basically be fluke if I had one. The buzzword for December was kind of broad. There were loads of chances to get something. It could be a book that had any day, month, or even season in the title. But I only read 4 books in December and none of them had day, months, or seasons, so no point. Challenge number 3 that I set myself was the Reading Women Challenge. This was set by the Reading Women podcast, and it's a way of trying to diversify your reading. So reading more authors who are women, but also different identities within that. So did I do any of that? Yes, I did do one. I read the book Exciting Times by Nisha Dolan, which is by an autistic author. So that fits the prompt to read a book by a neurodivergent female author. Look how pretty. I dropped it, they all fell off. Hang on. The 4th challenge I set myself was to read more books in translation, and you guessed it, I read 0 books in translation in the month of December. So once again, non point. Which then leads me to my final challenge, which was to read at least 25% books by authors of colour each month, and I did do that. I read 4 books in December, and one of them was by an author of colour, and that book was To Paradise by Hanya Yanagihara. Very interesting book. But I don't get extra points for that. It's just that I would get negative points if I didn't succeed. So all in all, that brings me to a grand total of -7 gems in December. What is the point of me? I feel bad. I have had people asking me constantly for Book Trail updates. You guys have been following me along on this journey, and right at the end of the month, or right at the end of the year rather, I just completely failed. I completely undid any progress I had done. The goal here was going to be, if I could complete this whole board, which I nearly did, then I would get to go on a really fun big book shopping spree, and those books wouldn't count for balancing the books. It was going to be really fun. But in fact, this is what happened. I finished 2021 with a massive fail. So anyway, thank you and apologies to anyone who stuck by me through Book Trail. I won't be bringing it back again for 2022, but I will think of some different little game I could play that I might actually succeed at a little bit more. Because that one, you know what, it wasn't very well thought out. I never remembered it existed, and so of course I wasn't going to manage it. So if you want to hang around to see what ridiculous game I invent next, make sure you are subscribed to this channel, because I usually post videos every Monday and Friday. I can't promise that'll be the case right now, because as I said, I'm in moving chaos, haven't quite got my routine sorted yet, but there'll be more videos from me coming up soon. So make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you next time.
My old lovers fall into my covers, where they sink one by one. Yeah, I watch them disappear to nothing, disposable as chewing gum. There are deal breakers where I